be a boxer and then don't go upstairs with them.
Good, good. You guys give me a big hand.
Hey guys, you ready? Give it a swing.
Be careful. You almost knocked the Alderman out a second ago.
Ow! Ow!
You got skills.
1-2.
All right. Whoa! Where's my security? You gotta hit that hand, man. Yeah, it's coming.
You were getting ready, weren't you?
Yeah. You ready?
You were.
You wanna hit that?
Just a 1-2. Just a 1-2. Just a 1-2.
No, there he's afraid he's gonna hurt you.
Hey, how's it going? You guys good? How are you doing? Good. How's it going? All right. Everybody good?
Yes.
Nice to see
Sister
you.
Fernando is one of the founders of Books Over Balls.
Okay.
It's a mentoring program, not just a sports program. So he's mentors, do a good job mentoring these young people.
Wonderful. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
That's David Bailey.
Of course. Senator? I know, yeah.
So I have the planning
Good to see you. I am trouble.
No, we're gonna.
How's it going? An advocate. I'm gonna be running by here.
Yeah.
Is that where we always warm up for the run?
Yes. So that's why we're doing the track field, which is part of that vision. You help make that a success. And so having this 5K to continue going on in the year, that's what we're doing. When you came out that first year, you came out. It made a big deal. It's still going on. I know you missed this year. This is your first one. We're gonna hold it.
I've done 3 in a row.
Hold on. Start again.
Go up. Go up around. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you all so much for coming out today. I am just so ecstatic and so happy on this day as we get to start the groundbreaking of the Ogden Park football and track field. Standing here with me, of course, is State Senator Jackie Collins, Alderman Tony Folks, And of course, we'll be introducing the mayor who helped to really make this possible for us. And I just want to start out just thanking him tremendously. But you have to know the background behind this. When I got elected almost 4 years ago, I came up to Ogden Park, and the Ogden Park Vikings were practicing football. And Keith, who's here right now, somewhere in here, introduced me to the young men. He was one of the coaches, introduced me to the young men as they were practicing. And so one of the little boys hollered out, "Are you going to get us a football field? We need a football field." And then Keith began to reiterate to me how important it was for him to have a field, that they've been trying to work and push for this. And I looked at that young boy, I said, "I'm going to do everything possible to make sure this happens." So for 4 years, I've been working with the mayor's office. The mayor was doing his best to figure out ways to get this done. As you know, there has not been a capital budget plan in Illinois for over about 7 years. And so the mayor had to work hard to find this funding, and he did that for us. And I just want to say thank you. You all give him a big hand on that. So that's what brings us here today. And as you see in front of us, we have these men, they have their red shirts on. They say books over balls. And the thing is, we attract them with balls, whether it be football, baseball, or basketball. But it's a mentoring program that allows them to get in front of men, learn how to be respectable, and then learn how to do well in school. And they're just fine young men here in this city and here in the 17th Ward community. And I'm just so excited for them. The other part of that, as we do this football field, is also a track field. This track field was inspired for me to add a track field to the football field by the Inglewood 5K by Andrea Nate. She's here, who's the founder of the Inglewood 5K. You all give Andrea a big hand. Andrea had the vision, but what helped that vision get and go further is the mayor participated in the first Inglewood 5K and then 3 others after that. Because of his participation, more people saw it came from not only parts of Inglewood, West Chatham-Mar Progression, but all the way from the north side. And people began to come to Inglewood and run in that 5K. Now the children will have a football field to practice on, to become champions again. I think they weren't champions this year. And adults and children alike preparing for the Inglewood 5K will have somewhere to practice on and getting ready for that 5K. And also, as we do community engagement with our police officers, as they're out here training, they'll have a training field and they'll be interacting with us in our community. So that's a good positive thing in this community. And so I'm happy to work with everybody that's a part of this. The next person I'm going to bring up is Nicole Vaughn. She's the president of the Ogden Park Advisory Council. And so Nicole Vaughn, please come to the mic.
Thank you, David. Like I said, I am Nicole Vaughn. I'm a lifelong resident here in Inglewood. This park is where I grew up at. You know, this is where I call home. And I'm glad to be the president of this council. And our council, it could be 2 people. We've been down fighting for this football field for a very long time. I'm so glad that today is the day that it's coming to fruition. I think that the kids of Inglewood deserve a football field. Our seniors have somewhere to walk, exercise, not on gravel, but on the paved field. So I'm excited about this project, and I want to thank our park supervisor, Mr. David Bailey, for working with me. I want to thank Alderman David Moore for also, when I called for him to come to this table, he was willing and you see he's here, was advocating, and I didn't know he was continuing the fight, but we thank you for that. I stressed my concern to him, and day one he was at the table, and I'm so proud of that. And from his work and working with the mayor, we have our new field. We're about to break ground. We should get excited. Something new. My last point is that we have one of the top football teams in the Park District. They deserve this. This is their field. They should have home games. We should not have to travel. I think that people from up north should come down here and intertwine with the kids here. So they have their own field, their own lights. I think this is a great day for them, and give it up for the football team. At this time, I would like to introduce you to bring up our mayor of the city of Chicago, this great city of Chicago. And I want to thank Rahm Emanuel for putting himself out there on the line to bring this project to fruition. Again, thank you, Rahm Emanuel. Please give it up for our mayor of the city of Chicago.
Thank you, Nicole. Now, first of all, we're all going to thank each other. To all the parents and all the advocates who never gave in, never gave up, to all the park meetings, give yourself a hand because we're here because we do. Second, let me just tell you a little story. I run about an 8:20, 8:30 mile. So when I was doing the 5K, we've done it, Amy and I, my wife, have done it 3 years in a row. Your alderman would run alongside me, and I had to pick up my pace to about 8 minutes, so I didn't have to hear about this park all the time. He could run and advocate for the Ogden Park, so give it up to him because he every one of the runs I did, there would be David pulled right alongside me, at least for a half mile. But he would, let me guess. I said by the third time I finally said, let me guess. It's about the football field. He said, yes, it is about the football field. Every time in city council, he'd come up to the podium, Ogden Park. He goes, Ogden Park. Now, this thing doesn't happen because the alderman just made a note of this, and Alderman Folks knows this as well. You know, we haven't had any partnership from Springfield the last 4 years. We've had a governor who's not made any decisions to invest in the city of Chicago. We tried to do everything he could. So this is because the Park District worked with your alderman. We all came together, and it took a little longer, but it's going to stand the test of time when this is built. It's not only a football field, it's also a track field. It's not only a football field and track field, it's a football field, track field, and night lights. It's not only a football field, a track, and lights, it's also got a scoreboard. So parents don't have to be looking and trying to figure out the score all the time and everything. You can just, it's right up there. You can watch the game and focus. Now here's the other reason, and this is because I want to say something about Mike Kelly and the Park District. We have a philosophy here in the city of Chicago. 20% of a child's time is in the classroom. 80% is outside the classroom. And if you don't invest in the other 80%, you can't put it all on the 20%. And if we're going to make sure our kids succeed in the classroom and succeed in school, we have to back them up, not only with the good activities, so that both their mind and their bodies are both nurtured and advanced. That's what this entire Ogden Park, and it's the heartbeat of Englewood. It's where families from all parts of Englewood and other parts when we have the run can be part of a football game, can be part of track, can be part of all the activities. And I think David's point, I want to underscore it, that means the officers in the 7th District can also participate in playing with kids and build relationships that will stand the test of time for the city. And this is the way that if our kids are going to succeed at Lindblom and other schools in and around the neighborhood, we have to invest with after-school activities, which we are doing. We're up to 125,000 kids with after-school activities. We have to invest in summer jobs. We're up to 33,000. We have to invest in all those activities so they're supported. And to all the mentors and adults who are mentoring and training our young men. Yes. Let's give them a hand. Absolutely. These are people volunteering. They're not just Park District employees, but they're volunteering to make sure that these young men make good decisions in their lives, believe in themselves, and grow up making decisions that they'll actually be proud of when they get older rather than regret when they're older. And so this field, some people say, oh, that's a football field and a track in Englewood. This is where boys become men.
Right.
This is where they learn not only lessons of the football game, but lessons for life. And this is an investment in our future. And we have an unprecedented amount of investments going on across the city of Chicago in our playgrounds. Every playground is being rebuilt in the city of Chicago because of Mike Kelly. New student sports centers where kids will not only have athletic programs, but also mentoring and help on ACT and other academic help, all in one place, so parents don't have to shuttle them all over the place. We're having an unprecedented investment not only in physical, but also all the other programs that are happening here. And this would not be possible. The Alderman and I did work hard together, but it would not be possible if it wasn't for the Park District making unbelievable Solomon-like decisions, trying to figure out how to take a dollar this far. And so I wanted you to give a warm reception, because in the end of the day, we're cashing his check. Mike Kelly.
So I'm gonna let me close it out. First off, I want to thank you all for coming out in the cold today. You know, I'm a park kid. I'm a park guy, and there's nothing better coming into a park and seeing the gym full of guys playing basketball. These guys training in the boxing gym. These young men, Freeman. Where's Freeman? I can't say that your whole name, my man, but Freeman and David and the entire team. And this is what it's about. Sure, it's a football field and a track, but it's a sense of community. You know, this is a Daniel Burnham Park. It's a Daniel Burnham Park. And that track and field is going to be a sense of pride. We're going to break ground in the spring. This is going to be a sense of pride, a sense of community. I love my job. I love what we do, and I love my team. All the park people wave, all the coaches, the volunteers. Like I said, we're going to break ground in the spring, and we're going to have a new home field for the Ogden Vikings. So I want to thank everybody for coming out today, and I certainly want to thank David Moore. He was relentless. Between David and the mayor, relentless on this project, and it doesn't get done without these two. So one more round of applause for these two. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend and have a safe weekend. Thank you. And as you can imagine, we break ground, but we break the shovel before we go ground today. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for coming out. Truly appreciate it. Thank you.
For sure.